live. I'm live because I gotta be live. I was gonna say I gotta be live somewhere. As in recording right now. And the space on my phone is full and it's not allowing me to record. But I don't want to let this moment slip away and be another moment where I am not sharing my channel. So yes, this is my channel. And I'm sitting within my channel. And I'm receiving so much. I'm receiving so much. And I'm grateful. So, I'm receiving so much, and I want to, as a receiver, share this channel, allow myself the space to speak on it, whereas I would just fly with it, be with myself with it, or even channel via writing and journaling, which I really enjoy. And oftentimes I feel like when I write, that's when I can express myself the best. The best. Like I feel like it's clear. And it's just like, wow, when I write, I can articulate in a way that I consider myself not being able to do when I'm speaking. So just with this right here, allowing myself to apply myself the same way that I apply myself when I'm writing. Why is my box open? The electric box. But yeah, so the same way I apply myself when I'm writing, I'm applying myself here. And yeah. So as I stated, it's always so many angles I feel like I could come from, and like sharing a channel. I think that's what really get me when it boils down to someone witnessing the channel. Whereas if I'm just writing, I allow myself to sit so deeply in the channel. And in this space, I take myself outside of myself because there are so many different angles of myself observing myself. So it's like being air and trying to channel to all of these channels. It's like what by what mode and by what means. I lost my earring back, but I'm gonna keep putting it there. So to allow myself to sit deeply in my channel the same way I would if I was writing, here in front of this this lens, in front of this eye. So to reflect with the eye and eye, and not allow myself to get deflected by all the angles of light and channel. I don't like the lighting. I don't love the lighting. I'm thirsty. Hold on. Okay. So, and I visited my grandmother today, and I got home and got in the driveway and found myself crying, and I didn't know that was there. I did not know that was there, but it was me receiving so much that kind of opened up those water gates, and I was just doing a little meditation uh earlier, just speaking of being so full within myself that the floodgates, that the floodgates of love and life and just abundance, just overflow up out of me. And they just did that up out of me. My Scorpio rising want to say, it didn't come up out of me. That's okay. I can stop it. Stop. All right, focus the channel. But anyways, I've already decided to take this year off of social media. I initially was going to be to my 33rd solar return, or just for the rest of the winter season. And once that time come, I'm like, why not? First it was my birthday, my solar return. And then I was like, well, I'll just do it all the winter, because that was February 13th. So I was like, I would just not be on all of winter. And so then all of winter, went away. And then a part of me was like, why don't I just do all year? And then a part of me was just like, well, I'm just going to wait till I want to get back going. And I strongly feeling like all year, because I feel like for me, this is a year where of course, it's a universal 8 year, but for me personally, it's a year 5. And I just know the consciousness that 33 brought on is one where, man, if I've never been, and I hate to use that language because I feel like it take away, but if I've never been laser focused before, it's like, man, I'm on a straight and narrow, because I know that to arrive where I have been called to arrive, it's going to take steps, one foot in front of the other. And I'm just in that space of where I am, one foot in front of the other ring. And I'm focused. When I go back on social media, it's going to be for major impact. I don't know why that's so funny. Just saying, it's I'm leveraging. I would be leveraging. Okay, bird. I would be leveraging social media in the best of ways. But this year, it feels, last year I consciously knew that I was in a very foundational phase of my journey, where I've been wanting to really turn my attention in even more to the home, which is just like, the home is, that's, I haven't left the home, but I still found myself needing to turn my attention more inward to the systems of my home, and the systems of an order of self. And just saying, I don't know what the hell I was saying. 5 year change, straight and narrow, and just where I am with social media. But I guess I was reminded today in visiting my grandmother what the download, or the spark, the initiation, what the initiation was on my grandmother's 91st, when the family came together on her behalf in a great number, which hasn't been the case, in the past. And just the culture of the family, for me, was just so loud, and just so loud as in vivid, and just so like, yeah, like, yep, just, it took me back to my childhood, and it's like, okay, that's us now, in our just in a way that only we could be. The beauty of family in a way that only we could be. And I was just admiring the beauty of the blackness, of the of the chaos, of the all of it, you know. I'm like, yes, this is us. And I was like, how I felt like my grandmother's birthday and her gathering was a gift to me. And she's my grandmother, she's not in a space where she's speaking or smiling much, but so it's just like so even when we were singing happy birthday to her, you know, you just would have to just know that there was a deep appreciation in her heart, because she's just very present. She's very present. There's not a lot coming out, but the presence is so strong in my grandmother. Um so I received from that. But just saying today, that initiation, just me being in the space I was back in January, and it just felt like it felt really special, because I was already feeling like for myself, I was like 33 degrees of God is, you know, it's just like I'm already feeling real special within myself about my, you know, this cycle, this return, come on, you know, this return to self. I'm gonna keep it together. Um, and and that just distracted me seeing somebody live. You gotta stay in the channel. Gotta stay in the channel. But mm, I was saying, okay, so it was already feeling real special because of that. And with her turning 91, I was just thinking about, I was born in 91. So it's just like, it's just something, it just felt like the space, what was initiated was a doorway, another doorway. And the first doorway was my mother, her 11th born. And I got to keep the channel here because I feel like it's so many spaces I can go. And I want to just keep it straight to, ultimately, because it's for all of us. It was for me, but in me allowing myself to channel out loud for the public, it's for all of us. So, um, being in that space and seeing us and loving us, already being in a space where I'm like, okay, I'm taking this year to walk with higher self, to walk with God, to be connected with my source, because remember I said I'm on a straight and narrow. And already just not being in a space where I'm really putting myself in the way of other channels, just taking the time to be with myself, to be with my channel. I feel like in the space that I was in back in January, I was like, this is where I'm supposed to be at this time. It was around my family, is what I was feeling. So in the past, or these past cycles, it has been very much so about me wanting to cultivate spaces for my community. And I feel like the the work that Spirit is doing right now is it's through another doorway, and another doorway to self. And like I said, I felt that in January. Kind of just feel back. Feel I've been in a space of just walking with myself, my projects, my endeavors, and just to visit into my grandmother today, and just seeing her. And just before I left her, I felt like there was just something I wanted to do for her. Cause like I said, she's not talking much, but you know that she can hear you, and you just gotta trust that or know for yourself that she's processing, to keep to allow like yourself to channel, clearly, and just in the love. So anyways, I was talking to her about her, and she was a holy woman. She was a holy woman. Yeah, I've been drinking, sidebar, I've been drinking purified water, which I never drink, and this shit has had me so thirsty. Like, I'm treated, and this shit is making my mouth drier. Hold on, that's all I got right now. This shit ain't right. Supposed to be drinking purified water. Thinking they no wonder y'all don't want to drink water. Drinking purified water, shit make you thirsty. But anyways, um, so, mm, so I spoke to my grandmother, and because she was a holy woman, there was I just wanted to, like, I'm like, what would touch her the most? In this space, what would touch her the most? And it's like I haven't heard her say the name Jesus in years. But I just know if she was talking and if her mind was all here, how she would be just giving thanks and praise. And man, that so I reflected to her just about who she is, and just the light that I got to see in her, the love, the level of service that I got to see in her. I'm like, you lived a good life, Grandma. I'm like, you serve her hands. They're, they smaller now, and they be shaking. And I was just rubbing her hands and just revering and just honoring her, and just what it felt like, because I didn't pray in the traditional sense, but it's just like man, I prayed for her, and I gave thanks, and man, gave so much thanks that I know that's what has me just overflowing within myself right now, and to where I just feel like I could still have let so many more tears fall. Like, it's so many more tears in me, and they just tears of fullness, not but it's so much. It's so much to the channel, and it's so much more to the download. And I gotta take my time talking. I don't just be talking to nobody. I like to be in my head, and I like to write. So talking this long, it's been 18 minutes. Ain't no water got my mouth dry. I'm like, ooh, I don't know if I can go on. There's so much I want to get out though. And in time, I will. But I won't force it right now. That's enough for right now. How do I stop this thing? I don't know. Start a poll. I ain't got a clue. Do I hold the screen? Now swipe up, now swipe down. What these buttons mean? Oh, I'm gonna know it now. How do I cut it off? The X.